Hey everybody, welcome. It's Wendy. Today we are going to make these super simple little treat bags. I saw this idea in our Stampin' Success magazine. If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get a little magazine quarterly that has tons of fun ideas in it, and I just love it. So I'm taking the craft tag bag here, which can be purchased in our annual catalog, from our annual catalog, and I scored it at 1 inch from the bottom. Then I'm opening the bag up and I'm pushing and pinching the bottom part in order to kind of flatten the bottom of this bag. And then it makes kind of a really cool shape. So if you pinch the flaps out first, like this, and kind of crease them, and then pick the bag up and kind of pinch along where you scored, that's the best way I can describe it. It will give you a nice flat bottom. Then what you have to do is use some adhesive on those little flaps, those little wings, and adhere them down to the bottom of the bag for extra support. So what I do is I just use snail adhesive to do that. And it's just a matter of kind of working gently with the bag so that you don't crinkle it all up, but so that you're able to still make this nice flat bottom piece. So I'm just going to lay the flap, wing, tab, whatever you want to call it, down. And I'm going to use my snail adhesive along the edge there to go ahead and adhere it to the bottom of the bag. Now, you can see I need to stick my hand inside the bag to push against in order to get a nice stickiness there. Make sure it sticks together. So one great benefit of being a demonstrator, like I said, is you get this really cool quarterly magazine that has all these fun ideas in it, and I just love it. If you are interested in joining Stampin' Up! To even just get the discount, I would love to hear from you. You can email me at wendy.cranford@live.com or leave a comment on this video and I'll get in touch with you. All right, so the top of the bag, there's no science to. I'm just folding it over, and so now you see it makes this really cute little shape. It kind of reminds me of like a pot, like, a flower pot, like those terracotta flower pots. That's the shape it kind of reminds me of. And then I'm taking a piece of Halloween Night Designer Series paper, and this is cut at 2.5 inches wide, 2.5 inches wide. And it's a 12-inch strip. So I just cut off 2.5 inches. Now, this is the part that's a little wonky and weird. I don't measure out how to cut this, basically. And the reason is because if I did that, then you would have to fold the top of the bag perfectly at a certain measurement. And I think that could be difficult for people. So instead, I thought, well, why not just take this piece of Designer Series paper, put a little adhesive on the bottom of the bag, run the Designer Series paper around the bottom of the bag, kind of stick the bag down to the paper, and then pull the sides of the Designer Series paper up, and then adhere it. Because here's the deal. If you want the person to be able to get into the bag, then you don't want to put adhesive all over all of this. If you do that, they're not going to be able to open the bag without just ripping it to shreds. So I only put the adhesive right there on the bottom so that when they untie the bow at the top, everything will come off. So what I did is I just kind of eyeballed it and then trimmed off the excess that I didn't need. Then what I'm going to do is my stamping. So I'm using this Spooky Fun stamp set and Basic Black Archival ink. I have recently fallen in love with our Basic Black Archival ink because I've been using StazOn forever, and it's a habit, right? Like I just kept using the StazOn pigment ink whenever I was going to use any sort of dye or watercolor or water-based products. And so the thing I noticed with StazOn is if I use my photopolymer stamp sets in StazOn ink, it tears my paper a lot of the time. Or it will not stamp it's like the ink will not come off the stamp and go onto the paper nicely. So I started using our basic black archival ink, and it solved all of my problems with my photopolymer stamps. I have no problem now. It inks up nice and juicy. It goes right down. I can use, like you see here, I'm using the pumpkin pie and old olive Stampin' Right markers right over the top of it, and I'm not having any issues. FYI, you can purchase these markers, just the two of them, in the Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog. So that was kind of a cool thing that they did. Now I'm going to use the triple banner punch to punch the bottom of this little tag. By the way, this tag was cut at 2 inches by 4 inches. So it's just a cute little tag piece, and I colored it, and now I'm going to add it to my bag and do my punching. I'm using a Crocodile to do my punches. I tried using my retired Stampin' Up! Handheld punch, but I only had 2. So the hole was either too small or way too big. So I ended up grabbing my Crocodile, which has been like a tool that I've had for eons and eons and eons. I love it. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell it anymore, but you can get it at any major craft store, or you could get it on Amazon. There's a link in the description below with all of my supplies listed, including my non-Stampin' Up! Supplies that I use. So you can purchase those on Amazon. I am an affiliate of Amazon, just so that you know, but I purchase stuff from there all the time because I live in the middle of nowhere. So it's a super convenient thing for me to have the Amazon Prime and get the 2-day shipping. So if you buy one of these, I'll get a little bitty kickback from it, a Crocodile, but it's not, trust me, it's not a lot of money, people. I promise you. So anyway, I'm double knotting a little tie here. It's not a bow because I'm not making it a bow, and then just trimming off the excess, and that's it. And while I was at it, I went ahead and made some more craft goodies for Halloween, and I'm going to show you a picture of those. I needed to have treats for my daughter's class, so I used my paper pumpkin that I got in the month of September, which was so cute. It had like little test tubes. You'll see them right here. And I put Skittles in them and then did the front of them, and then these little pumpkin boxes. So I'm all set for Halloween now with my treats. Okay, if you want to see more videos from me, you can click on either one of the images that you see here and you'll be taken to that video. Just remember, if you're watching an older video, the product might not be available anymore from Stampin' Up! If you click on the little round circle with my face in it, you will subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.